Welcome back to The Vocalist. Today we are listening to Nightwish, and the song is The Poet and the Pendulum. It looks like a long one, so we're getting straight to it. Here we go. I'm really gonna try to not pause too much because I know we got like 14 minutes of this, but we're going back. This is probably the most cinematic piece that I've seen of them yet, which I literally have goosebumps. This is just so thrilling at the beginning of this, the way they have everything set up. It sounds like a young singer was singing this opening line. I mean, I guess it could have been Floor, but the tone sounded like they had a young singer do this. You'll have to let me know, or I'll look it up afterwards. But either way, beautiful tone at the beginning. So I just want to hear that again. But yeah, that's sort of, I can just see this incredible mythic saga unfold just by that opening line and the way they, not line, but that opening section and the way everything was, I don't know, everything was building. So I want to watch it again. Here we go. You know, at the very beginning of that line, I thought it was Floor because of how tall that vowel was, and the sound, though very light and ethereal, had a mature quality to it. But then as the singer kind of descended in this line, there was a brightening and a very forward placement that I hear a lot from particularly young boy sopranos who are, I would say this rep, but this is its own genre entirely. But at least, you know, when you think of like boys choirs and whatnot, I hear that particular timbre a lot from younger singers. So again, I'm very excited to find out who did this opening line. Let me just back this up. love that sort of double articulation. Ba-da-dun, da-da-dun, da-da-dun. Oh, it's so, oh, I just love it. It's so thrilling. How gritty this is. Oftentimes I hear so much variety in such a short span when it comes to Nightwish and Floor, and we're still getting the variety, don't get me wrong, but vocally this is very much in that sort of rock vocal genre, and so hearing her in this sort of mid-range place, we get so much chest voice and so much fullness and so much grit. There's like opportunity galore for vocal textures. So let's go back a little bit. Here we go. Instantly, she started in a gorgeous sort of chest mix. It was very light, but then after that we got a lot more press on the chords, so it just had this firmer, fuller sound. The tonality there. this is so gorgeous. I get a little emotional. There have been moments in my musical past. This is just reminding me of, like, I think I remember I played French horn in my youth. And this reminds me of one of the times I was in honor band and we played one of the themes from the first Lord of the Rings movies. And so just being in the middle of that and hearing all the parts around you and just getting to experience it, but also be a part of it and contributing to the sound, I can only imagine what it would be like to see this live, because yes, there are so many different sections, but especially going from something so extreme and so intense, and then this gorgeous orb of sound in this slightly more mellow section is so stunning. And then of course we have to talk about her vocals. So we're just gonna go back to the beginning of this. Here we go. I kind of like, on this particular video, it's an official live video from Nightwish. They've got the different sections, the different parts chaptered in the video, so you can kind of see where it starts and stops. Here we go. This is so gorgeous in so many ways. I'm gonna stand by the fact that I do believe it was a young singer at the beginning of this. You know what? I'm just gonna look it up. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, I still don't know who's singing at the beginning of this. I was finding a lot of different answers and started going down the rabbit hole and had to remind myself, we're focusing on the music right now. So, in regards to her vocals, I love how light they are, because as I'm assuming it is not her singing at the beginning of this, it still matches beautifully. So let me get back to when she starts. So challenging to do after you have engaged so much of your TA muscle, which she did at the beginning, or at that second part of this, with that rock sound. There was a lot of firm press in the chords, and there was just so much power behind that, and that requires a lot of air pressure. This is a very different utilization of air pressure, as well as a completely different muscle engagement. And so to go from one to the other, I'm glad there was a tiny pause section for her to just sort of let everything relax. But having heard her before, I also know she can sing with a lot more presence and and utilize a lot more air in this section of her voice. So for her to not only make this transition, but to really strip it down to as just such a light, gorgeous, effortless sound, it requires a lot of effort, and it's beautiful to hear in contrast to what came before it. And also not allowing vibrato to come through. She's doing a lot of straight tone to sort of match that youthful quality we heard at the beginning of the song. that again. It's, oh, I'm not even halfway through. While we're getting back to chest voice or maybe a chest dominant mix, it's got a slightly poppier sound, which is very cool to hear in contrast to that sort of rock sound we heard in the second section. She's going back and forth a lot, allowing some breathiness to come through and then firm adduction. But even, let me go back, even just the shaping of the vocal tract is giving her this, it's not a thinner sound, but it's, I guess maybe you would say a slightly more youthful sound compared to the really open, broad sound we had in that rock styling before. A little more forward, a little bit more nasal resonance, maybe even a slightly lower soft palate. Sorry, I should correct myself. When I say a little more soul, obviously they're performing with so much soul, but vocally I'm referring to the style. Here we go.
I'm afraid, so afraid, being raped again and again and again. I know I will die alone, but loved. You live long enough to hear the sound of guns, long enough to find yourself screaming every night, long enough to see your friends betray you. For years, I've been strapped onto this altar. Now I only have 3 minutes and counting. I just wish the tide would catch me first and give me a death I always longed for.
Okay, let me go back. Okay, not too far. The timing, everything, the chord, I know they're professionals. I know, you know, concerts, tours, all the things, but still it's so impressive to watch just the timing with the lights and the piano articulations that were happening and just everyone together. It was very thrilling. Now, okay, I'm ready for this. Here we go. Let me start this one. So I've heard him once before, I think. So much texture. in the very first part when he just starts. But I feel like I'm getting a little bit more singing tone the second go around. I'll get to the beginning of this again, or this narrative section. One thing I wanted to comment on with songwriting is when I first saw like 14 minutes, I thought, oh my goodness, like that is a lot of singing. Obviously, there are musical interludes, but I also like when they alternate vocalists, certainly to aid in the delivery and what they're trying to get across, but also just mechanically speaking, to give one person a break from having to use their voice. It's just so collaborative and so brilliant and very smart. Okay. We'll get the end of Floor's line here. Oh, they're doing it.
Today, in the year of our Lord 2005, two of us was called from the cares of the world. He stopped crying at the end of each beautiful day. The music he wrote had too long been without silence. He was found naked and dead, with a smile on his face, a pen, and 1,000 pages of erased text.
sorry, I want to hear that transition again. That was such a stunning transition from head voice to mix. I've always say it a million times. When we're talking about registration, I always talk about it in referring to the muscle engagement. So even though we're in head voice, it's not just 100% your CT muscle. Usually your TA muscle is doing some work. But to go, basically think of, you know, the CT muscle up here and the TA muscle up here. So in the same pitch, to go like this is very impressive. And that's exactly what she just did. Or same range. I don't remember if it was the same pitch. Let me go back. Oh, that was it. Sorry. Here we go. I want to go back even further. So you can hear some of those higher notes, still straight tone, still very present in that head register, but then when she switches, it's so minute. Like the sound is not incredibly drastically different, but it's different enough that you can hear that TA engagement. One of the things I love about vocals in symphonic metal is that usage of head voice. In large part because there's so much storytelling involved, and so it just gives you, whether you want to consider it, you know, another character, another nuance, just another option to deliver the text and the story that you're trying to tell. And it's just, I just love it. The only context I really had around this particular reaction, this particular song, was what I read in your comments. So I think I was able to understand the words, as always, beautiful diction. So I think now I'm gonna go back, do a little bit more research around this piece, and then watch it again so I can like absorb it within some more context. But this was, yeah, it was epic. It was an epic. There was so much happening musically as well as within the text, and even just the performance quality at this concert with the backdrops and the lighting. I'm a little tired. It was a lot. It was a lot to take in. So why not? I'm going to do it again. But that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for this recommendation and for watching with me. And hopefully I see you next time.